That's right. We're back again. Yeah. And here we go. On with the show. I'm going to take it down. Yeah. We're going to bust it out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get it done. Have some fun. We're going to burn it down tonight. Except for it's raining here and Henry is freaked out. That is unfortunate. I'm not going to lie to you about that. Dano, Bill Beckett, A. Murray, Doc Holliday, Shannon Dickerson, Peter Savensky. How you doing? How you doing, fellas? How you doing? How you do? How do you do? How do you do? Let's see here. Should we get that? Should we do the avatar? Should we edit the audio avatar? Should we edit the audio avatar? Let's see here. We got Gene Kratz. What's up? Lakes Automotive. We got Quick Wrench Tool Junkie. We got Nick Duplaga. Big Dog. We got John 97. We got Dano. Super Mickey. We got Bill Beckett, Shannon Dickerson, Super Mickey. That's exactly what we're going to talk about. Poor management, poor shop owners. It is really not about techs leaving. So this isn't more or less singling out anybody. We're not singling out anybody tonight. We're talking mainly about the just terrible, asinine jackwagons, shop owners, big, people that are business owners that are really ruining the reputations of mechanics, all of that. Just to throw that out there. Gene Kravitz, what's up? Ashton Martins, hello, Quick Wrench. Tool Demos, what's up, Tool Demos? What's up, Maintenance Man? Maintenance Man in the chat, what's up, my brother? I didn't even think you still were around. How you doing? The Maintenance Man. The Maintenance Man is in the house. How you doing, brother man? We got 123 Downmaster. Dealerships are set back. Maintenance Man. Maintenance Man with the $2.99 super sticker. What's up, my dude? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? We're doing good. I've had a busy week, and I put out a lot of stuff, and I've been just kicking some butts, And I gotta say, it's been nice. It's been nice. It feels good being back in the swing of things. It feels like after spring hits, it really just sets up the shop here. Just really sets up. Let's do this. Let's throw out some memberships here, shall we? Let's throw out some random memberships. Bam, shkabam, 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 shkabam. Gifting out memberships. 5 memberships coming in hot. Appreciate all you guys that are channel members. Appreciate all you new channel members. Come on now. Come on now. Look at that. We got 5 new channel members right like that. First guys that commented. Just like that, channel members in the house. Welcome our new channel members. We got WH, Carter Flippin' P, John Mitchell, and Stuff with Cletus. All new channel members to the channel. Carter, WH has got some sweet 4-wheelers on his channel. I just checked it out. Stuff with Cletus has got himself a channel. He's got a sweet channel. Hell yeah, brother. Who's watching? We're going to get into that. We're going to get into we're going to get into some stuff tonight about Who's going to be watching stuff or Cletus McFarland, Indy 800 this weekend? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to be watching Cletus this weekend? Because I'm down. I'm ready. It's going to be raining here all weekend. I am fired up. Fired up. Oh, you know what I should do? And then we're going to talk about these screwdrivers too. You guys see the picture of the screwdrivers on the page? We're going to talk about those. Yeehaw! Yeah, buddy. How we doing? Howdy ho, fellas. Howdy ho. Howdy ho. Hold on, I gotta fix something here real fast. All right, boom shakalaka. Oh yeah, check out the Purdy. Check out the Purdy. Look at all now. Skip it all around. Check out the Purdy. Hell yeah, brother. All right, let's catch back up here. Dom Master, hello, how you doing? Dealerships, Dom Master. Hope you've been doing well. You got a great channel too. Dealerships are set up for failure for techs. Yeah, can be. Hey, Quick Wrench. Chris Schaff, what's up? Another channel member. Half-inch impact man. That red might get me. Yeah, it's like buying a DeWalt, only better. I'm around, brother. Yeah, what's up, man? That's good to see you in here. Good to see you in here, maintenance man. Just got back from Alaska. What a beautiful place. Oh, that's awesome, man. So after the video, you're talking about the U.S. Journal. I found 5 different macro trickle banks for 35 to 400. I believe those are 28 inches deep versus 22 Series 3. So now, what's your thoughts, Super Mickey? Were you talking? You were thinking about getting the U.S. General. Does that change your mind a little bit? Just curious. CP, love Mac tools, but they don't have many dealers. Do you think they're dying off? We've lost our 2 years ago. Ain't seen them since. It all has to do with people buying routes. You know, that's what it all boils down to. The tool, Mac doesn't control, Mac sells the franchise. So that's the biggest problem that I hear constantly with everybody. Mac Tools needs to get a dealer here. Well, it's not that simple because tool routes are purchased by individuals. So, like, for instance, if you didn't have a McDonald's in your town, is that McDonald's fault? No, McDonald's sells their franchise to somebody and they build a McDonald's and they run a McDonald's. It's a business. You have to have the capital to do that. You have to have all that. So that's just where that is. 5 for Dino Dinko Di Maio. Oh yeah, Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. What's up, Andy P? What's up, Mark M? Gene Kratz. I should start the V12 channel. Hell yeah. How come you ain't visible? Because I don't like to show my face to anybody anymore because it pisses the trolls off. They hate it when you can't see you. Not only that, I've made some transformations in my life, and I'm not looking to gain clout off of that. I'm looking more for a reveal when I want to show everything when I've completed my transformation completely. So that way I can just bust in and be a completely different person. And not only that, my channel isn't about me. My channel isn't about me. It's about the tools. It's about the tools. It's about the product. And there's too many people focusing on me, my personal appearance, my personal weight. They're shallow, ignorant, low lifes, and quite frankly, if they can't see me, we'll see what they got to say. I mean, they can still call me fat and whatnot, but they don't know if I'm fat. They could be full of shit. They don't know what I look like anymore. I ain't showed my face for almost 3 months now. So I have no clue what I look like. Shannon, what up? What's up, Mark Olson? Hello, all. Going to be the South watching 8th Mile drag racing at the old airport. Hell yeah. That blue is freaking sexy. Is this for my speaker? Hello, CP the 2 Addict. Is that acetate? No, it's It's same. It's a hard handle. It's whatever you call polymer. People think it looks like the Snap-on, or people think it's exact replicas of the Snap-on. What do you think? Greg Blau, what's up? Matthews Workshop, little fella, how you doing, buddy? Fox Can Fix It Garage. What a good dude right there, man. What a great channel Fox Fix It Garage has. I enjoy his stuff a lot. We have not had a Mac guy for like 8 years. Yeah. For space wise, I think the 28 would be better. I was wanting to be more unbiased opinion on it. For space wise, I think the 28 would be, yeah. But I was wanting to be more unbiased. Yeah. You know, the thing about it is I hate to see somebody who's especially if you're an advanced level tech, which I believe you are, Super Mickey. I believe that buying too small of a toolbox will be a great regret that just absolutely it wears on you every time you use your toolbox, and then you hate something. The worst thing you can do when buying a toolbox is buy a toolbox that you dislike. It's a difference between. I mean, like when I buy a toolbox, if I really hate it when I buy it, that just never goes away, and you have to use that every day, and it pisses you off. And then sometimes you don't even treat your toolbox good. I got an immaculate MB1080 for 1,700. Yeah, we just got a Mac dealer. He's really good. Awesome. They're just like bed routes. Exactly. What's up, Tim Windsor? How you doing? Those screwdrivers are sexy. Too pretty. $1,000 for a set of those. CP is a caterpillar in a cocoon. That's right. Fox Fix It. Rob2112YZ. Thank you all the channel members in here. Hi, Tim. CP going to look like a supermodel? Well, you know. CP is hiding behind a jack handle now, right? Shake Winnet, I have Mac Man. He's awesome and the only tool guy I buy from. Oh, damn. CP going to be turned into Cindy the tool addict. Don't do the transition, CP. Just kidding. Calm down, chat. What's up, Roscoe P? We got Gene Kratz. Kind of looks like the older Snap-on from the 80s. Yeah. If you look really close, though, those handles are quite different. Timmy, I'll do a quick video of my store. May get kicked out or banned in the process. Well, I did, but that's because I tried to jump in it. I'm doing pretty good. Really busy. That's awesome, man. Good to hear that. AgTech45, how you doing, brother? Good to see you in here, Kelly. Not a super model, a CP model. There you go. $1,000 for that screwdriver porn. You got that right. Hey, Roscoe. Yeah, this is so these are Japanese only Mac tool screwdrivers. So if you look at the picture here, you see the ribs down towards the thumb area. Not only that, you see the shank where below the bolster there, and the tips are vapor blasted. These screwdrivers, I have a sneaky suspicion that Vessel makes these screwdrivers. Mac sells the handles. Now I've heard that there's actually a company over there or a dealer over there that's making these too. So I should ask Chris Koss. I think he might know a little bit more about them. Hey, Roscoe, AgTech. Are you busy buying a set to review? No, not at all. Chester Fritz, how you doing? Waynesburg Carriage Auto, how you doing, brother man? How you doing? No, I'm definitely not buying. I'm not buying $1,000 set of screwdrivers to do a review on or collect, because collecting screwdrivers is dumb, in my opinion. Just not my thing. Let's share another peekaboo at them. Let's look at the full set. Oh my god, they just get better looking. Wait till I pull this picture up. Damn you. Oh, shucky ducky. Look at that. All the pretty girls. They walk like this. Gene Craig. No, they're not made by Fockham. No, trust me, they're not made by Fockham at all. What's pulling your leg? Oh, no, you're good. I knew you were messing with me. I knew. $1,000 for Hanzo screwdrivers. Oh yeah, I don't even know. Hattori Hanzo, Hattori Hanzo, Hattori Hanzo. Uh, I can only get so erect. Stop it. Leave some for the rest of us. Yeah, you can see by the stubbies they're quite a bit different than the snap-on ones, though. They just every time I see them, I do. I'm just like Doc Holliday. Every time I see him, I can only get so erect. That's for sure, for sure. Can we change? Can I redo this? I want to redo this picture really quick. Let's see here. How do I do this? There we go. That's much better. Now we got the full set in there. There's the part number up there. But if you guys find those, yeah, don't be so. You don't have a Mac deal at your shop, then go find one, meet up with them. That's what I did for years. Yeah, exactly. That's what I do too. And you know what? With the way tool trucks are going, that's probably how it's going to be. Top Talk 2. Oh my. Holy, where did you get those? Those are some good looking screwdrivers. Sorry, I just joined the chat. Matt Colley, welcome. It's all good. AgTech 45, aren't those made by Harbor Freight? That's correct. They are definitely not. What's up, Mike Swindell? How you doing? Nice blue chopsticks. There you go. There you go. Fox can fix it. Mac is rebranding Icon screwdrivers in blue. I'm gonna have to go get something to drink here real quick. My mouth is already getting dry. I got allergies bad. Man, I don't know if you guys. I was doing good here. I thought I was all out of the woods, but geez and Louise. And my damn allergy medicine didn't come in yet. But they're so blue, it's worth $1,000 to someone. Well, they're not that much in Japan, but they are here. Blue gold. Are those stubbies number twos? Yes, the stubbies number 2, and then the blade's a 1/4 inch on the flat blade. As much as it pains me to think of G-Note for screwdrivers, I really dig it. No, dude, I have fought myself a couple times. My Mac dealer's retiring at the end of the year. Damn, that sucks. Very pretty, but can they screw? They can screw. What's that? What's he say? Doug Marcotta? But they can screw. But they can screw. My Mac guy just retired, apparently. I get to raid the truck tomorrow, see what's left. Hell yeah. Oh, my allergies. Flonase helps, but the sneezing, the snorting like a bull. Yeah. Flonase does help, but it's not good enough. I gotta get the old I don't know how long I don't know if I'll even stay on here for a full 2 hours tonight because man, my mouth just turns into cotton. I've had a lot of stuff going on this week too, so I'm kind of wore out, not gonna lie to you. I got a very big meeting on Monday for something really cool that's coming. I don't know if it's gonna be for the channel though, but for my business wise, it's gonna be awesome. For me, I actually got offered to no, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not even gonna talk about it because it's not that'll just jinx my deal. Me too, my allergies are killing me here in Miami. Hell yeah. I like those blue screwdrivers. They are nice. Afrin Addict here. Hey, Small Town Auto Tech. How you doing, brother? Mark Olson for the money. They ought to do the job for you. Oh yeah. For $1,000, they better screw. They're pretty sweet though. That color that's better than the I'm sorry, but that's better than the power blue from Snap-on. That's my favorite blue right there. That's my favorite color is blue. Okay. So like the Matco blue doesn't do it for me. This blue does it like royal blue, a little bit of like almost purplish royal blue, whatever you call it. Royal blue, like Cubs blue. I'll never know, Doc Holliday, right? I just love this blue. I love this blue. They have, and that red that's on the front is a great color too. They have green. They've got a candy red. They got all sorts of colors. Those Japanese guys they've got all the cool tools. Kind of never thought about spending money. I want that blue in the entire toolbox. Lunchos Performance. How about the blue from Cornwall? Nah, doesn't do it for me that great. That doesn't do it for me either. The Snap-on blue and the Power blue, I do like the teal, like the lighter blue. I don't know what they call that. Pearl blue. I think they call that pearl blue, and then the power blue. Those are good. Those are nice. I just use Benadryl for my allergies, and they get bad breath. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Through a damp, and then really bad breath through a damp cloth. That's what I need. I needed my Benadryl, and I didn't get it. Mark C, what's up? You know what? Let's throw a link in the chat, shall we? And see who wants to jump on. Well, I'm gonna just throw the link in the chat, guys, because I don't care if trolls try to come in. I'm just gonna kick them out anyways. But that way I can also find out what trolls are trying to troll me, and I can ham them up. All the pretty girls, they walk like this, and it's just easier than me trying to send out links or emails to people. Just be honest with you. We'll get some people in here to help me out, because that way I don't have to talk as much and I get more people on. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. You guys ready for the excitement? It's always exciting when you do this. I like this. This is like instant, like, come on with it. Get to see who we get to come in. All the pretty girls. We're going to leave it in here for about 5 minutes. Well, we'll see how many people we get in here. If we get 6 people on the panel quick. I'm going to tell you this much. If you don't show your face when you come in, you're not coming on. Excite me, Daddy. Excite me. Doc, what's up, brother? What's up, Doc?
Living the nightmare. I sent you an email this afternoon. I kind of went nuts today at the local gun store.
Oh yeah,
I dropped about $6 on ammunition.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I picked up a spam can of 5.56. I couldn't pass it up, and I picked up a few PMags.
What's up, Diego DeLone? What's up? Ben Farms, how you doing, brother? Oh, Diego's a new member again. What's up? Congratulations. Welcome back. Welcome back to the membership and the chat. So what's your try to talk about F1 Tech. What's up, F1 Tech?
Right.
How you doing?
Well, hanging in there. I never did this before.
Well, welcome to the chat. Sounds like you're handling it just fine. Good to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you too. I like your tool show.
Hey, thanks. What's your main occupation? Are you a mechanic or?
I work for Aston Martin.
Oh no kidding. Oh wow.
Oh man.
I work in the engine shop on F1 engines.
Oh wow. Freaking awesome. So F1 Tech is legit. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm down here in Miami. We're racing this weekend.
No way. No freaking way. Man, it's always crazy the amount of people I meet on.
Yeah.
Dude, that is freaking awesome. So what do you do for so what do you have to do for you guys? Just work on the engines and get them set up, and then the pit crew guys kind of take care of all the other stuff, or how does it work for F1 stuff?
We get the engines from Mercedes, but like I said, we just tune them, and we look at PID packages throughout the day and just try to tune them.
That's an amazing job. How long you been doing that?
Oh, geez. I think I started in 1990. I worked for McLaren, Ferrari, Jaguar,
Wow.
and Aston Martin.
Wow. Wow. You've got some stories, I'm sure. You've been through. You've probably done a hell of a lot. I mean, doing all the racing and stuff. Well,
Yeah, I was just trying to get into the shop, but they won't let me go past. I was going to show you pictures.
oh wow. Hey, well,
Yeah.
you know, I'll take your word for it. You don't seem like the type of guy that's bullshitting me.
Well, no sense in getting yourself in trouble either for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on. Oh, he's in.
You know, recently I had to tear down a couple of my videos because I accidentally let my company logo slip too.
What?
Yeah, I signed a contract when I started with them in November. I'm not allowed to, display who I work for. You know, they're afraid of, they're kind of afraid of social media.
Yeah, they don't like it at all. They get upset.
Right. Social media is definitely an anti for companies. They hate it. They're not in control of it.
I remember somebody in the company let a picture out of the car, and they could tell by how the dust settled on the bodywork, the aerodynamics, how the car was set up, and it told a lot of secrets.
Yeah, but wow, this is crazy. This is, dude. I appreciate you coming on. This is amazing because I got. I'm sure people got questions. We got Quick Wrench asked, "Do you work on F1 Jags too?"
I did when it was Red Bull. Before it was Red Bull, it was Team Jaguar, and I was there when it was Jaguar.
Wow, that's awesome. So do you mainly just do the engine stuff?
Say it again?
Do you just mainly do the engine stuff?
Yeah, just engine stuff for a long time.
Wow, that's crazy. How long you been doing it?
Like I said, since like the 1990s. I started at Jaguar.
Oh wow. Sorry, I might ask you. I'm flustered right now because I'm like, this is crazy. Like I feel like I'm. I mean, I feel like I'm blessed with. I'm kind of nervous. I'm humbled up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like I didn't expect an F1 guy to come on my channel, and I'm not a huge F1 guy, so I don't know a lot about F1, but I do know they like rev to like 28,000 RPMs. What's the rev on limit on?
No, the record is 20. It was a Cosworth engine.
Okay,
Now they got
okay.
they got them detuned down to I think 16, somewhere in there, 12 or 16.
That's still insane. That's still insane.
Yeah, 20 was the limit.
That is freaking awesome. So, do you travel with the team then, or are you guys based out of Miami?
No, we're not based out of Miami. We're based in England, right by Silverstone.
Oh wow! So you live in England then, or?
Yeah, I have a small place in England, and I have a place in Miami.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
It's kind of like my home track.
Wow! So you're traveling all the time then?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was saying you were talking about toolboxes. I'm like, we just have the smallest one possible because you got to carry it around.
You know what? That's actually a good topic that you brought that up. Because
it doesn't really matter because like most of the stuff we work on is the same every day anyway. We just have our engine and that's it. It's not like we have like a Honda coming in and then a week later we're working on a Toyota and you need so much different crap.
Yeah, so when I was a Mac tool dealer and I went to all the drag races and people are like, oh, I'll bet you guys sell a lot of tools to the drag race guys. And I'm like, they use the same tools and they have like basically a tray that's set on the engine and that's all they use. Same sockets, same extensions. They use speed wrenches still and impacts, and it's like their whole tool box basically fits on top of the engine when they tear it down.
Yeah, I pretty much just use like mostly a laptop computer, and then it's a 3/8 socket set, 1/4-inch drive socket set, safety wire pliers, and that's about it.
I bet
you got stay wires holding your stuff together.
What's that?
Are you like aircraft? You got to use stay wires and everything?
Yeah, and a lot of parts we still have to use safety wire.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they still like it, especially like
Um,
suspension bolts and that kind of stuff. They want them safety wired.
how do you get it? Mark M's got a question. How do you get into jobs like that?
Like I said, I started out working on GTP cars with Jaguar, and I just kind of kept, don't screw up and show up on time and do your thing, and eventually you'll fall into a different spot.
Pretty flexible too. I'm
Like
sure,
I got lucky. Yeah, I got lucky. I was at Jaguar when it was bought by Ford, so like that opened up like a whole world to a bunch of people that were there because Ford has pretty deep pockets and long tentacles.
What kind of tools do you guys use?
We have Snap-on mostly, but there's still some vacuum tools floating around from when we had to deal with them.
That's crazy, man. This is amazing. How many guys work on? So do you guys have like certain cars you work on, or like you just do all the engine stuff for all the cars, or how does it, how many guys?
I work on those, and we have a new car called the Vulcan.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's like $3 million. That car can rev to like 20,000 RPMs because it's a street car.
Wow.
Their engines are built by Cosworth.
Wow. So how many guys are working on cars on the team?
Actually, you're breaking up.
Oh, maybe it's your internet. I can hear you just fine. How many guys do you have like working on a team, on your whole team? So like
in the engine department, it's about 107, maybe 117.
Oh,
I think in the whole at the factory, I think there's like 2,500 people.
Holy smokes, dude! I had no idea there was that many people there.
Yeah,
that's just the engines.
No, we have engines, chassis, transmissions, rapid prototyping, electronics. What else is there? Aerodynamics. We have like a wind tunnel. What else is?
I'm sure you don't like. I'm sure you don't. If you don't like talking about this stuff, it's okay. I don't mean to ask a lot of questions. I'm just curious.
No, it really just basic stuff I could talk about. I can't tell you about like how much horsepower it makes. I can't tell you how much the car weighs, what kind of transmissions in it, and what software we use. I can talk about that stuff.
Insider stuff. No, I'm just curious about anything. What'd you say, Doc?
I tell you what, there's a really cool video. A little backstory: my dad actually went to high school with Bobby Rahal, and his nephew Graham Rahal there's a video with him showing how they fit drivers into the seats.
He was my boss at Jaguar when it was Red Bull.
Who, Bobby?
Yeah.
No shit.
Wow.
Yeah, he was the. If you Google it, you can find Bobby Rahal was the boss at Jaguar when I was there before it was Red Bull.
I met him and Graham back in 2005-ish. Just the coolest couple of people you'd ever want to meet.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. I liked him. Who else was there? Nicky Lauda was his boss.
Wow, man, this is unbelievable. I would have never guessed I would have had an F1 guy watching my video. Do you watch my videos, or do you watch live streams, or just out of curiosity?
No, not really. I watch like certain stuff that pops up on my phone. I like your channel. Like I said, I get to see the different tool catalogs because we don't have a lot of tool guys coming around.
Right. I'm kind of so I was an ex-Mac tool dealer, and then they don't
let them on. They don't let them at the factory. But we have some weird deal with like Snap-on. Like if we go to there's a parts department in the shop, and we can get like tools exchanged there.
Snap-on is very well set up in industrial applications and race team applications, and I mean that's where Snap-on really. A lot of people don't know it. That's where they really shine at, is because they have those assets in those type of accounts, and it's just They're just really good at doing it. I mean, that's what they're really good at doing that stuff, and nobody knows about it. I mean, like GSA contracts and stuff like that. They're all over in that. I mean, I remember going to a magazine factory and Snap-on had they had, like you're talking about, they had their own packs. They had their own room for guys to buy Snap-on tools in there, and I was like, this is insane.
Yeah, they actually have like 3 people that work in the factory. Like they're Snap-on employees, but they work in the factory.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So I don't really know much about it. I don't know what else to ask you about F1. Like, how long do you?
Root for us tomorrow.
What can you say your team or?
Yeah, we'll be on TV tomorrow. I think tomorrow's practice too.
Okay, so just the Aston Martin team.
Yeah, the green cars.
Okay. That's awesome.
I try to
hey,
put
you got,
Oh yeah, we had tons of it in the military quick wrench.
Yeah, but that's what the GSA is, government service contracts. That's what I used to bid up against them when I was a Mac dealer, but they yeah, it is what it is on that stuff. But so do you guys have like big pit wagons or anything like that, or for like any? You just always have one little toolbox for each one of you.
We have like we do have like big tool wagons, but we pretty much work out of our own boxes.
Okay.
When it's inside the garage, we just use the shop tools, but for the most part, we do have like our own little boxes. Because everybody does their own job. Like the electronics guys, they have totally different tools in their box. Transmission guys have like more gauges and all kinds of other stuff in their boxes.
How many cars do you guys have down there to race tomorrow?
We have 2. We have 2 and 2 spares.
Oh, that's crazy. How much does an F1 car cost?
I can't really tell you. It's a lot though.
That makes sense. I didn't know. I don't know if just tell me if I can't, whatever you can't tell. I don't know what I can ask you and I can't. That's what. Yeah. What can I ask you what a body costs, or is that out?
Can't tell you that.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to ask you. Doc, help me out here. Anybody in the chat, you got questions?
I'm not too well versed in Formula One. I gave up on IRL. I mean, years ago when I tried out to work for Ray Hall, but I didn't cut the mustard. So I have a hard time now looking at the cars with the new
years ago,
safety features to hoop over the cockpit, and then that bar right in the center, right in front of the field of view.
Years ago, we had the Ruined Grand Prix here in Des Moines, Iowa, and that was the only time I've ever got to see F1 cars up close. And I was blown away. The noise, the speed, I was like, man, this is so cool being it. And I was just little back then. Hell, I think I was actually 10 or 13 years old. That would have been in like 80s if that happened. So it was a long time ago.
See, when I was really interested in the IRL, it was back, Honda was powering these things.
Oh yeah, the Honda stuff. Are there still Hondas in F1?
Yeah, Red Bull uses them.
Okay, gotcha.
Red Bull and AlphaTauri uses them.
I got a delivery right here. This guy says I got a delivery from Bobby Rahal Lexus today. Wow. What tools did you find more useful as the top technology advanced over the years? What tools do you find more useful as the technology advanced over the years?
I think you're breaking up.
I'll say that again. What tools did you find more useful as the technology advanced over the years? Oh, I think we lost him.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think he froze up. I can see.
Oh no.
Yep. Well, it was awesome to have him on here.
Yeah.
F1 Tech, if you can still hear me, you froze up, but it was great to have you on here. I definitely appreciate. It was awesome to have somebody else step in that we'd
Fresh
never heard
face.
before. Yeah, well, just it was cool to have an F1 Tech. I mean, once one of these days, I'm going to start having live streams where I have more and more different people from different areas because I love listening and finding out about people, different people's careers. Yeah, he's done locked clear up. Oh, yeah, he's gone. There he goes. He's gone. Yes, it was exciting while he was here. Yes, we at F1 Tech. If you're listening and you're still on, buddy, hey, we appreciate you having you on. It was absolutely awesome to have somebody come in from that genre. I mean, I would have never guessed that was going to happen. Completely took me off my topic tonight, but man, got to go for a short night for me. Night all. Hey, see you later, Andy.
Be good, Andy.
I'm gonna leave the stream to you quick. I'm gonna go get something to drink. You talk amongst yourself.
Shoot.
Topic is why are mechanics leaving? Or you have carry 3 toolboxes. Take your pick.
I could tell you, going back to November, like when I left the shop and went into the office was because I got tired of working for just dumbasses. You got the guy who I last worked for in the shop professionally, turned out he was kind of a shyster. He was screwing customers around, and I can't have that. I still got to sleep at night. I think that's why a lot of mechanics quit. On top of, they're chasing money just like everybody else does. Yeah, how about them screwdrivers, huh? Yeah. I don't know why. Should never have left me alone with this chat. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Help! But why are they getting fired? Just 2 weeks ago, I fired 2 guys in a week. They don't sell you each. I don't understand what you're saying there, Larry. Oh, well, Mark, why did I fire him? One of them completely botched a brake job. I mean, and then was trying to, send it, oh yeah, it's fixed. And it was bad news. Then the same week, we had a tech. He gets out of a customer's car. His car is brand freaking new, $80,000 car. Steps out of the car, and the car just takes off because he was too busy looking at his cell phone to put it in park. And the car decided to go through the service shop, into the service lane, through the wall, and into the ladies' bathroom. Mark, he more or less what had happened was the car came in because he had a spongy pedal. The kid decided that all it needs is a brake fluid flush. So he gets it in the air, puts the machine on it, then sends it. Didn't bother peeling a wheel off of it at all because I could see him from my office. And I didn't know that was the car he was working on. Otherwise, I would, I don't assign them, the service writers do. But, well, it gets back in the lane, and the customer's pitching a bitch because the pedal's worse than it was before. I get in it, and sure as shit, the pedal would hit the floor, and you had to stick your foot underneath it to pull it back up. So he screwed up the brake fluid flush, and then I take a look at it, and there's no friction material left at all 4 corners. Nothing. So right then and there, get the fuck out. And he wasn't even working for us for maybe 2-3 weeks, and that was enough for me.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Larry Borgstrom? They don't sell screwdrivers like that. Got mine butchered up.
I don't know if I could call that a mistake, Mark. You know, brakes is something I take very seriously. As for the, you know, the other car going through the wall, that one was just outright carelessness. And I'm not going to get too much into him, but he wasn't exactly the best of techs either. He was another one of those who'd like to load the parts cannon rather than try to figure out the problem. He was never really much for a diagnostician.
Well, so here's the problem that I find with just a lot of so what you're saying is, and we're gonna go right to training to fight Bigfoot. I mean, like this, you guys kill me with the names, okay? Like I can't. How can I be serious when you got a name that says training to fight Bigfoot? But anyways, what he's saying right here, I like that. Was anyone training this guy? So when I was going to talk about shops, I have found a plethora of shops, and now keep in mind, people keep telling me it's just like the constant tension clamps. You guys want to go for a laugh? Go watch the video. Go watch my short on constant tensions clamps. The fact that people don't realize that constant tension clamps have been in place for almost 20 years on most OEM manufacturers' cars, and they talk about replacing worm clamps and having issues. My 2002 Chevy's got factory GM constant tension clamps on it. I've removed them and put them back on. My Chrysler 300 was a 2006. I bought brand new. Put 200,000 miles on it. Never replaced a constant tension clamp. I have very rarely replaced constant tension clamp. I live in the Rust Belt, but nonetheless, I digress. The whole point of what I'm getting to is training. I try to take as many classes as I can, but the shop owners are lazy. They're getting extremely lazy, and dealerships, I know they do it, but nobody has time to train techs. We're always worried about getting flat rate done and this and that. But the sad part about it is that we're not worried about training people to do things the right way. We're always pushing to go. This industry's got to change. This industry's got to change.
Well, we had him put between two of our master techs, but the other thing was he come in and I didn't see it till after he was gone, but I saw his resume and it's still hanging on the wall, or you're supposed to display your state certification. And he showed it showed that he's been certified for a number of years in brakes. So the guy should have known what the hell he was doing.
Right.
You don't just
So what's the corrective course of reaction on this though? Do we so he should have known what he's doing. So how do you correct this action though? Do we reprimand him, fire him right away for that, or do we try to train him and put him through a training course? Like, I think that this is my solution to bad techs when they have problems. Instead of saying, okay, you got to fix this problem, I think it's time that we start saying, okay, you had this problem, now we need to go over a recourse how to fix this problem. So let's say you did your brake job wrong. Now we need to go through and retrain you on how to do brakes. We need to take you back through the program. We need to take you back to basic steps on how to do brakes on cars. What's your thoughts on that?
You know what? I can tell you right now, in all the years, I could still count on one hand how many people have actually had to terminate their employment, because it kills me to do it. They got a family to feed and all that too. I would rather grow somebody like you're saying, give a million chances. But unfortunately, we also have certain things at this company that that say, but no, when it comes to, any kind of a safety device, especially brakes, we take extremely seriously. And, to come back to the service lane with no pedal whatsoever, then try to give it back to a customer like it's fine. They're like, no, we can't have this here.
But we have to invest more in our employees. The problem absolutely. Is like
education is where it's at.
Right. And somebody said it in here right here, miscellaneous projects, grass is always greener. Well, you know what? If your tech if he's happy where he's at, he's not going to leave. And so I think that's the problem is that we're not, obviously shops are having rollover and not having mechanics stay there. It's because they're not taking care of their technicians. If you're paying them the same wage as everybody else, you're inviting them to leave. You're inviting them to walk out on you at any point. So that means all the training, all the effort you put into them is not. You gotta, and the way I look at it is, you gotta treat it like this is your kid. we have to put more effort in. Now, I'm not saying this is the easy way or is necessarily the right way, but I definitely see problems in lots of shops where I mean, and I'm going to find out my share coming up here. I'm telling you that because there's things I have to do that I'm going to be kind of, taking over a shop and grooming it. And I kind of try to do this already. And that's part of what I do is just be like a floating, foreman,
Well,
floating foreman, and try to help shops, streamline.
Well-
They pay me to spend the time to work with their guys, and I'm not. It's not about being the best diagnostician. It's about teaching people to work through problems. Problem solving, problem shooting.
the statement we were trying to make, Mark, number one, I work for a high-end car company. It's not, we're not like Hyundai or Kia. The low end of our cars is like 60 grand, but we don't want any kind of half-ass anything, leaving our show at all. And for somebody to give us, a black eye by, looking like a dipshit, stepping out of their car with their nose buried in Facebook or whatever they're looking at, and then letting the car go, through a wall, that's just stupid. And then, like I said, delivering a car with no brakes, that's
right.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
I don't mind teaching people anything. All you got to do, come up to me and ask, number one. I'm not just going to walk over and spoon feed you. And I have a rule, if you are not 100% certain about a procedure, put the wrench down and come get Doc. It's that simple. And no question is stupid.
Nope, you're 100% right. The problem is that a lot of shops are just overworking, undertrained, understaffed, and everybody's putting time in because they got to make money. So something's got to give. And I understand shop owners have a lot of overhead on shops. I mean, when you look at it, alignment machines, 30, 40 grand. You got lifts that cost $4,000 or $5,000 a piece. You got all this money wrapped up into all these shops. Diagnostic tools. You're buying scan tools that are $10,000, $15,000. You're buying AC machines that are $5,000, $10,000. I mean, it's not nothing to be $250,000 just in tools to supply to a shop.
Just
tire machine, 20 grand for a tire machine, and that's not even with the balancer. And you got to have the best tools for these guys because that's all part of taking care of your employee is by giving them the best tools so that they,
I'm almost afraid to see what we spend on our tire machine because it's one of those you could just roll the tire up to it and walk away.
Yeah.
And I'm used to I'm sure you are too, CP. You remember the old Coach machines where you walk up?
I love the 2020 Coach machine. Yeah. I loved it.
This fucking thing, you put a tire on it, it lifts it up, it literally slides over, a pin comes up through one of the lug nut holes, and then the arm comes out, spits the old tire out and slaps a new one on, and then all you gotta do is just lift it off the rack when it lowers back down. You set on a balancer 2 inches away.
Yep.
It's like, it's almost idiot proof. Almost.
I definitely agree that we obviously are having to make machines more automated because of lack of training. Just like I saw in here already. Lack of training with their lack of training right here. Quick Wrench Tool Junkie. Lack of training is a big issue. I have a power to fire guys in the back shop for 12 years now, and I fired 3 in those years. Most of it was due to respect issues and threats. So kind of off the. So there was not a tech issue. It was just a personal how they acted or they were.
Just joking with you, Mark. Did you at least know how to navigate?
Yeah. Greed is definitely a problem, too.
Sorry about that.
No, yeah. Greed is definitely focused on short-term profits instead of investing in employees. Definitely agree with that, too. A good guest would fit in this subject. Yeah, I doubt that'll ever happen because I've never talked to him, and I'm pretty sure he don't like me. The crowd he runs around with is not. Gran Turismo fan?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. You got the
Hey,
Gary
bud.
Selzy up in here. Hell yeah. I see the Gary Selzy going on here. Yeah, it's just it is what it is. CP Nation. What's up, Brian Meadows? The CP Nation, aka Harbor Freight, sponsored. Yes, Harbor Freight is sponsors. Harbor Freight has sponsored my entire channel for years now, guys. Whether they know it or not, actually, they do know it. Somebody made a comment to me, not to switch gears too much. Somebody made a comment to me that they said it's funny that you think Harbor Freight even knows you. I have a message from Harbor Freight, and they asked me, "Why do you hate us so bad? You think Harbor Freight doesn't know me? You are dead wrong." I will tell you that much right now. Harbor Freight knows exactly who I am. So not that I'm like I don't like it means anything to me because I could give a shit less. There's a lot of companies that know who I am. Do I care? No, not really. It doesn't matter, good or bad. I'm not that type of person. I don't really ride off of that.
Yeah.
Wait till hiring car. You know, you do something. ABS module bleed out all the air so that brakes. Probably outdated. Okay. Yeah.
You're not wrong, Mark. The state certification tests that they have here in Michigan are an absolute joke when it comes to brakes. I mean, I had to answer questions about honing and boring master cylinders and wheel cylinders. Who the fuck does that anymore?
New message received.
What was that?
Oh, my phone's talking to me. Sorry about that.
I got excited.
I think Siri's
I got
talking
it
to him.
I don't know. A friend of mine, I don't know how to work my phone that well. A friend of mine went in and he put all the sound effects from Metal Gear on there. So now I get a message and it's something from the Metal Gear game.
Oh yeah, like whenever you get a notification, it goes that that awareness.
Well, yeah.
Sound.
Well, then there was I forget which game it was in the franchise though, but the codex would actually have that lady's voice that says "new message received."
Oh yeah, I think that was on the PS2. I can't remember. Anyway,
What's up, Jutro?
hey, what up?
What's going on, CP?
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm alive still.
Well, good to have you on here.
Yeah, it's the first time I seen a link to get up here.
Yeah, I don't normally put them in, but I thought tonight, what the hey, why not? Let's throw a link out and just get random people in here. See what happens. We'll get F1 text or whatever. We'll just throw it out random and let all the subscribers come in. So
you're not missing much, Quick Wrench. They haven't changed at all. What a joke! I've lived here almost 16 years now, and what a pain in the dick. Both the light wheel and the heavy wheel ones are such a pain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing better now that I'm home. The boss asked me when to work for, and I said, "Hell no." You on vacation? So, Jitro, what do you? What's your poison? You retired, working, truck mechanic, car mechanic, hobbyist.
Let's just say I'm disabled.
Oh, okay.
Let's just
What
say
happens?
I'm kind of disabled. I don't have a good heart.
Oh, yeah. I understand. I actually have.
I used to work on like trucks and the big dozers and stuff.
I figured as much by the high vis you're wearing.
This is where I work for the county. Everybody got like 6 shirts and 3 of these. This is all I got was 1 of these.
Oh man, you can go back and talk to your union steward.
Well, this is from, almost 30 years ago or so.
Now you're just you're just hanging out and having fun. Well, or trying to hang out and have fun and keep it cool.
Yeah, but here's my question for you.
Yeah.
CP.
Yes, sir.
It flat out got this one. It's worth.
Yeah, go ahead.
The door, Cat. I'm not letting you know.
Oh, it got to where I can't get in the truck no more, period. So I just gave it up finally. It's like, you know what? I fell off the truck trying to get in it 2 snowstorms ago. Let's just stop beating a dead horse. As much as I want to do it, I can't.
Right. No, it's understandable, man. It's not worth doing that. I completely understand. I got friends that they work too hard their whole life and they're laid up now too, and it's understandable, man. It's rough once you get sick to try to come back from it. So, you got to live your best life. That's all you got to do is live the best you can. Do what you can and just make yourself as happy as possible. That's all that matters.
My shop foreman was scratching at the door. And
Yeah.
she didn't want to come out to me.
You smell the roses while you can. I mean, that's what life's about,
Right.
Until the last moment. Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you do with like the Mac Tools dealers out there? You got a lot of them, don't you?
Where I'm at, I have in Iowa, yeah, we have a fair amount, but not like in the city of Des Moines where I'm at. So Mac tool dealers are for some reason they're more dominant in some areas than others. Kind of like Cornwell is bigger in some parts of the country than it's not. And so it's all what it all boils down to is whoever's getting wherever you can make a route run. And I got to tell you, it's such a fickle thing. Like if I could go out and I could set up 20 guys, and when I was with Mac, this is pretty much what they said. And this is no shit. This is what the guy told me. So my trainer, there was probably 20 guys in my class when I started training for Mac Tools. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the whole deal, my trainer comes over to me and he goes, "You'll make it." And he goes, I want to let you know that I think you'll make it. You're good. And he goes, I'm going to let you know that 15 of these guys won't. They'll go for 2 or 3 years and they'll bomb out because they're not prepared for what they're going to get into. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's extremely, extremely life-changing to become a tool dealer because you don't expect that, A, you're going to have to sell tools and collect the money for it. And so basically, think about it this way. If you have 10 friends, would you go out and give every one of those friends $100 right now?
No, not really.
Okay.
Probably not.
That's basically what selling tool is. The only difference is you don't know those 10 friends. Okay, so it's just 10 random people you go give $100 to, and then you say, look, I'm going to give you $100, pay me back $10 a week. That's exactly what happens. And you got to trust that's going to happen. You got to trust that's going to work out. You have no guarantees. There's no credit checks. There's no nothing. It's all just because that's what tools are, is money. It doesn't matter. It's whether it's material or money, it's both the same thing.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Yeah, exactly. So, and now you put in
I get that part.
It's just not easy. That's all there is to it.
Huh?
It's just not easy. That's all.
Doesn't care if they put dealers out here where I am or not.
Well, it's not the companies. It's not the company that puts them out there. It's people have to buy the route. They have to come up with $250,000, $300,000 and purchase it.
Yeah, just to buy the blue sky.
Yeah, just to buy a truck and then fill it with tools. They have to have $250,000. And so basically what they do is they get a loan and they have to have so much. It's just like buying a house. You're basically like buying a house, only it's not worth anything. There's no your capital has to be moved. So is it a bad business? No, it's not a bad business. It's just you have to get to know people. People give me crap because I'm quick to jump the gun about things, but I don't mess around with people anymore. Like if I get a bad vibe from a person, I just go, well, I'm done with you. And as a tool dealer, that was one thing I learned you had to do. Like, you just can't mess around, like, because it's not worth your time. Like, finding customers was something that it happened to me all the time. Like, if a customer wouldn't pay me religiously, then I'd say, here's the deal. If they only owed me a couple $100, sometimes I would write that off. I would eat that because it wasn't worth dealing with them. If they're costing me money every time that I had to go get money from them, why would I continue to do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I can't afford to keep chasing somebody for $200 when it costs me $50 to chase them every time. I got to go hunt this guy down, ask him for my money, and then he gives me a story, waste 15, 20, 30 minutes of my time. You know, and then finally I'd be like, listen, we're done. Don't ever buy any tools off me again. I'll let all the dealers in the area know that not to sell tools to you because you owe me $200. Until you pay me the $200, you're not going to buy tools off me or any other dealer in the area, and you're not going to get your tools warranted. Mm-hmm. I see a lot more dealers now doing that too, where they're not warranting your tools, and then there's guys that they come on, and I'll be honest with you, I've seen it 100 times. That you can tell when someone's a piece of crap because they'll come on and be like, my Mac dealer wouldn't warranty my tools for me. I have not ever in my entire life met even random tool dealers that wouldn't warranty tools for me, even when I didn't know them. I came and talked to them. I asked them politely, and you know, boom, they would take care of me.
We had a Snap-on dealership out here. The one guy, he was a pain in the ass to deal with getting any kind of warranty done. I ended up going, stepping over him and talking to another Snap-on guy that I met at a bar. And he's like, there's no reason why. Why don't you come by tonight? We went to his house in the middle of the fucking night after closing the bar, and he just started offloading tools on me. Here, I don't see what the problem is. Why, next thing I know, because my Snap-on guy lives 3 houses up the street. Well, he no longer has that house, nor his truck, or any of it.
Yeah, there's definitely a yin and a yang to it. Like, there's. I'm not saying that tool dealers don't do things bad. But I really didn't have many people that didn't like me. It was only the guys that were garbage that didn't like me, and I'm okay with that. Because
I wish like hell that Snap-on would do something about their credit, though. And that I've been with them since 2000, and their interest sucks ass.
Yeah, but you know what? They have three tiers of interest rates. They have a 9.9 and a 14.9 and a 19.9.
Yeah,
but here's the deal.
Ridiculous.
This is the same thing I always said to people when they wanted to buy Mac credit. Go to your bank. Your bank will loan you money. If you're good standings with your bank, they'll loan you money. I borrowed money to get my tools. I was only 18 years old, and I borrowed $2,500 to buy all my tools for tech school. And my bank was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Was like, I never missed a payment with Snap-on ever, and because when I first started with them, I was just a young buck, and
really,
and and over all these years, not once has my interest rate gone down, even though I'm like, hey, can we possibly refinance? I'm aware that you have different interest rates. You're like, well, if you don't like it, go get a loan and pay us off and pay that loan.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So, to answer your question, quick, Mark, my stop. So your route is basically, let's just say it's a circle or a square. You throw it down over an area, and that's your area. So whatever's in that area, that's where you go. And you basically get your route filled up to however you want to do it, and then that's it. And I will say I've noticed nowadays versus when I was a tool dealer, everything's gotten easier for tool dealers. I realize nowadays, and some might disagree with me. If there's any tool dealers listening, by all means chime in. But I noticed that some tool dealers are getting off earlier than what I was. I was working 7 to 7, Monday through Friday.
Wow.
And that was on the route. That wasn't afterwards doing my paperwork and end of day and putting my stuff up right. No, that was 7 to 7 on the route. That was from driving to and from and then back home. And then I had to do my tools for next day. Basically the UPS boxes are sitting there for you. So you pull in, or I pull into my building, and their UPS boxes were sitting inside the door, and that's all the orders for the next couple days or whatnot. There's always orders coming in every day. Every day there's orders coming in, you know. And so you got to pull them up and have that stuff. So if you got guys on tomorrow's route, you got to get that stuff out. And if you don't put that stuff on the shelf, new stock items, replace items, it just piles up. So you got 2 hours on the truck at night then after you're done. If you're quick and efficient.
I actually feel bad for the Snap-on franchise out here because the guy owns 6 trucks, and most of the guys out here, they're working. Some of them were pulling some hellacious hours. You know, my neighbor was coming home 11, 12 o'clock at night some nights. I said, "What the fuck? You going to the bar in this thing?" He goes, "No." And I rode along with him for about 2 weeks, because I considered it for a minute. And Bill, the owner of the franchise, he was geared up to throw me in a truck, but come to find out that we got so many 24-hour shops out here. The truck shops. Like, no way in fuck am I going to be staying out that late. You couldn't. No way. You're not paying me that much.
Right. Yeah. Like anything out there. What's up, Checkmate? How you doing, brother, man? Like anything, any business that you run, every business that you run is all about discipline, consistency, and keeping your cost down. Now, that comes at a price to pay. I admire somebody like Cletus McFarland. I really do admire the guy. I've heard him say it multiple times. He gives his guys everything he wants. He's successful, and he surrounds himself with good people. So that's just it. The bigger your business gets, you have to surround yourself by people who are motivated to work for you, and you have to treat them right and make them happy. Once jealousy and all that stuff starts getting involved into the business, you are in trouble. I'm telling you right now. I've seen so many companies, so many businesses just go down the hill when you start getting, and you got to get those toxic people out of your business. That's 100%.
I think you're hitting the nail on the head. Not to sound too cliche, but happy workers are busy workers. Just like we talked about last week. They're very seldom you see these shops with like tool allowances. I think more shops need to do something like that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And then, of course, make these. If you don't, I'm sure you've seen like a lot of your parts vendors, O'Reilly, and all them. They sponsor clinics for further educating the technicians, but the damn shop owners don't even think once about hey, maybe I should spend the $40 and send CP to that diagnostics class, get them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And the class is $40 and it's after hours, so it's not like you're taking away from somebody your shop, and the stuff that these guys are learning could actually benefit the shop.
What's funny is so a shop owner that I was going to was bitching about sending his guys to training because he said, I sent them to training, so I went with him to see how the training was, and I saw them sitting there on their phone jacking around and this and that, and I said, well, did you actually motivate them did they want to go to the training? Did you force them to go to the training? Because you can't force them to go to the training. You have to motivate them. Incentivize.
Isn't that what your granddad said about, when you were a kid feeding a cow?
Right. And people say, and I've heard this so much now. I've heard this so much now about people saying, oh, I try and it doesn't do no good. They just want to keep their hands on the phone and blah, blah, blah. I don't buy it. I still think that I see people who want to work out there. So if that tech is doing that and he's not interested and he's got too busy and he's wrapped up on his Facebook, Instagram, and all that, get rid of him. He's a lost cause. Find somebody who's invested in your business and wants to make money. And when I say that, you tell them that their opportunity, or any business out there, you offer them opportunity and say, look, I will make you, how much money do you want to make? Like that's what my boss asked me when I first started with him. This is the first shop that I ever worked at. Okay, keep in mind. And I went back to it after I went to BMW because I realized that I made a mistake leaving. And then I went and bought a Mack truck, which was dumber. But nonetheless, at the end of the story, that wasn't dumber.
It gets better, right?
No, it wasn't dumber. I wouldn't trade anything. I would not trade anything for having the experience of being a Mac tool dealer. I loved it. I loved the experience that I got from it, and I loved doing it. I just didn't like chasing people. I don't like getting upset at people. I don't like having to tell people, listen, you little SOB, I'm sick of chasing you. I'm tired of putting up with your games. I'm tired of playing your BS. You're gonna pay me, or and you have no grounds to stand on because you can't take tools from mechanics. That's their livelihood. So repoing tools is a pain in the absolute behind.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you can walk into their house and take their tools. You can't go on their property. They have to voluntarily turn them over, or they keep them, and then you just ding them on their credit, and it sucks. So getting them to pay and taking what's that?
I remember when I worked as a quarry back in the 80s in the trailer shop, Snap-on guys show up, and we had this one little kid. He was a real short little kid. He was like top-notch mechanic, but as soon as he seen that Snap-on truck come around the corner, he would disappear. And it was like, Snap-on guy come in, and he talked to everybody, and it's like, hey, where's Tom? And be like, I don't know, he's here a couple minutes ago. Well, I finally figured out one day what he's doing. He was actually climbing up under the truck where you couldn't find him because he was that small. It's like he climbed up and balanced himself on a drive shaft underneath the cab. You never knew he was around.
You can't take it. And Mark, you're 100% right. Taking them to corners, I called it kangaroo court. Because all you did was jump around until you. And then I remember I had a guy that paid me $5 a week for ridiculous amounts of long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My father, or my old man, was actually told me stories that when he bought his Mako box or whatever, the one that you see through my profile picture, he told me that he would often, like when he went to lunch, his tool guy would be literally hovering over his stall to collect his monthly or his weekly payment. And I could see how stressful it can be if you don't really have a person that's trading kindness qualities, even though they know that they're going to spend a good amount of money on tools that they need.
Well, the biggest problem is like people play games.
Some sort of kindness in return.
You're wanting to get your money. I need to get my money, and if you're not going to buy anything, listen, if you don't have anything to warranty, you're not going to buy anything, and you owe me a payment. Pay me so I can move on. Mm-hmm. Guys would like to sit there and talk. The gabbers, like they would want to talk too much, and I was like, listen, you're not. I got to go. I got 5 guys in here that want promos off my truck, and I have to get those guys taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Heavy Tech? Heavy Tech, you got to show your face. You're not coming on unless you show your face, Heavy Tech.
Yeah, so I mean, I do definitely agree. And to go on with your point about a lot of people being lazy, I'm trying to not be one of those people that would be planted on their screens, not really do anything worthwhile, because I really want to emulate a good while worker while trying to learn stuff on my own, but also trying to not waste their time on little or big things that I can learn myself. And then when it comes to little stuff, I can ask there and there, and it will be really short. So I've been taught well by my old man, that's for sure.
Oh, thanks for stopping by, Heavy Tech. I got you. Don't worry, buddy.
So
us, yeah. I was never a big fan of that. These people, it's like they just hang back. Or you get these guys, it's like they do one thing and they stop and sit there and wait until you tell them, okay, now do this. It's like, really, dude, you can't think ahead that, well, I'm doing this. Okay, I got to do that to finish this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It all goes back to, like I said, if you're not sure if you're, and I've said it again, and I'll say, I've said it a million times. If you're not sure what you're doing, put your wrench down, come over here, Uncle Doc, and he'll tell you how to do it. But I'm not going to spoon feed you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to reduce having to waste a lot of time that I can learn something myself. But when it comes to the little stuff, they should be more susceptible to helping you in small areas while not wasting a whole lot of time, if that makes sense.
I don't think it's a waste of time to come up and ask. I don't care what it is. I mean, how do I put it? The words escape me, but what I'm saying is I don't care if you got to ask me, which way you got to turn the nut to tighten it. As long as you're learning, it's not a waste of time. It's time well spent.
Mhm.
Patience is everything. That's the thing is like I try to focus on, the older I got. So I used to be a ram jammer. I would like throw, just like bam, 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 get shit done crazy. I slowed myself down as I got older, which is pretty much an inherent thing, right, Jetro? I mean, you got to take things slow sometimes to get it done right, right?
Oh yeah.
You got to slow things down.
I know I've been in some shops that supposedly you had like the certified mechanic and stuff, and it's like you look at them and they're just standing there scratching their head, and it's like they finally, well, how would you do this? Well, that's what you do. You do this and do this, and this is what's going to happen. And then they look at you like, well, you're not certified. How do you know? Oh, I don't know. Probably because I've been doing it for the last 30 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways to skin a cat, but building a shop with a good group of guys and less drama, that's really hard to do. Bitching and moaning, complaining, yeah. It is really hard. I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm not saying I'm the shop whisperer. as much as I'd love to be a shop whisperer, I can tell you from me being in upper management type positions that it's not easy. Keeping everybody happy and working as a team is an absolute a chore. And to be able to get that kind of camaraderie with people is absolutely something that's not easy to do. Getting everybody to respect each other and show each other respect and be helpful and work together, not an easy task. I slowed down a touch, not much, but a touch, yeah. It's what it takes is you got to just, and you're helping other people out too. So I've been doing transmissions the last few years, and I don't build units, but I do remove and install plus whatever, and I get pretty efficient at it. Yeah, that's awesome. I really want to get into more diagnostics. You gotta have that. That's
my
right
Audi
there.
back.
You gotta have that kind of passion to do that. You really got to put yourself into it. So if you're gonna do it, you have to commit, and that's the thing. If you want to get into the electrical and drivability, you got to commit to it. Like you have to really commit to it. Anything you do in life, and I've said this a million times, if you want to be the best hot dog eater, commit to it. Be the best hot dog eater. Find the ways to do it. You have to eat, breathe, and sleep it. That's all there is to it, guys. That's the secret to anything. Whatever you do, you have to really put your heart and soul into it. So when you're at work, you have to give it 110%, and you will make more money. You will do better. You will be you'll be well respected. That's what it's all about.
Amen. I mean, I got what's the word I'm looking for? I got sublet today. I got kicked out of my shop, and I had to go down to the one next door, which had yet another goddamn Rivian sitting there. Oh, you're the electrician. Get out there. No, I shuffle papers now.
Wow, we got a celebrity in the house tonight.
What up, Chef?
Is that who whoa, wait a minute. Do my eyes deceive me?
What a treat. What an absolute treat. We got the what is this? The largest car collection in the eastern or western Ohio state in the house tonight. How you doing, Chef?
Not lying, man. Ford was a weird one when it came to electrical, especially back in the 90s.
Yeah, I remember that. I had that stupid wrench. Oh, look at that. The Mustang right there.
Nice.
Oh, it's a thing of beauty.
It is.
Oh,
That car is so weak. Tell us about it quick, Chef. You guys like cars. Give us the rundown on it. The floor is yours, buddy.
Oh, okay. Let me change the cam here real quick.
Yeah, give us the whole rundown about your car.
Wrong one.
And guys, keep in mind, you got to go over and watch the video of this thing. I want to see Chef do more on this car. Very cool. I talked to him. It was like an hour one night we were talking, wasn't it, Chef?
Yeah.
Very cool.
There we
You don't
go.
have to give everything away. You don't have to give everything away. Give enough away to make them want to go over and watch your video, Chef.
Yeah, remember the first bump's free.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, to tell you a little bit about this car, I actually found this car up in Ashtabula. That's up by Cleveland, up northeast of Cleveland. And this car was basically just a shell. There was no motor, no transmission, no front end on it. Interior was stripped out of it. I mean, this car is basically a shell when I found it. And my dad bought it. We paid $600 for this car. And so this was one of my dad's projects. My dad's built several of these, so this was just one of them.
We got the Vanilla Ice 5.0 and Candy Apple Red.
This is more than Candy Apple Red. My dad wanted a specific color painted. He talked to his body guy, and the paint mixer my dad wanted said that this paint cannot be done. It won't work. My dad wanted pearl red with flake in it. But if you look at it real close, I mean, you get it's got pearl in it.
Yeah,
it's hard
pretty.
to see.
I know.
You get it out.
On the live stream, the live stream doesn't feed it, but it's better on your video, so that's an incentive to go watch it. On the video, you guys can see it better. Put that motor is that a polished intake on that 502? Oh yeah, there you go. I wish I had 1080p. I apologize. It's never. I only got 720 here, Chef, so it's not gonna do it any justice. It looks way better on your video. Hit that like button, guys. Great live stream tonight. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Mark Olson. Appreciate you throwing that out there.
Yeah, I gotta see
Now, is that the
video for
laser
myself.
red like they had on the 96?
No, it's a special paint. His dad had a special paint mixed up with.
It's a special mix.
Oh,
yeah. You got to
Yeah.
watch the video on it. You can tell. It does look different. It kind of does in the video here, but when Chef told me, it really made sense to me why it wasn't like what I thought a normal red. It's got the type of red on it that like the Snap-on Toolbox.
Oh my!
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's got pearl in it.
Yeah,
The guy mixed some pearl into it just to make it different.
I can hear you through my shop. I just gotta. Sounds like my shop foreman scratching at the door again. Give me a second.
The shop foreman. Yeah, that car is going to be
the shop
amazing.
foreman.
When it's all done. What color top are you going to put on it, Chef? You know,
Pardon
black.
me?
What color top are you going to put on the convertible?
You're going on TV.
I'm not sure what he had for it. I think he's got a black one for it. I think.
Perfect. That's going to be amazing. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a huge convertible car guy, but a Mustang is probably the only convertible that I would actually consider having. Why? I don't know. I don't like convertibles at all. In fact, usually when I see convertibles, I have diarrhea and I want to throw up because I don't like them that much.
I genuinely, I don't even like having a sunroof or T-tops. You know, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. You know,
I love T-tops and I love a sunroof, but they suck. They're garbage because they leak.
it wasn't the fact that they leak or anything. Maybe it's an irrational fear. I'm afraid of rolling a car and then not having something to protect my melon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that color that you were mentioning, Chef, also was on the Dodge Intrepid in 1999. It had a similar color. It's the same name. Yeah. Yeah,
I should show Doc this.
What's that? Oh, that's your dwell machine.
Oh my god,
that's old distributor machine.
I can't. I see the acetylene. I see your gas axe.
And how we got everybody over there looking at Chef's video right now, I guarantee you. We lost like 20 people
Well,
watching.
that's an old distributor machine right there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hiding underneath the gas axe. I can see it.
Yeah. That's
Valve machine.
You don't see many of them.
Is it a
Do
fault
you?
a
grinder?
couple of
Yeah.
his videos.
Oh hell, those machines like the Sun. I seen a machine for sale, a Sun machine for sale the other day, and I thought, oh my god,
There's one on Marketplace out here for like $400 right now. I almost bought it today. Just to
Wow.
have a piece of history.
it's like a giant multimeter.
Yeah. Well, this one was the one that had the you could actually it had the O-scope, the multimeter. It even had the like the little Mickey Mouse gas analyzer on it too. It was that one that like takes up the whole back end of a bay.
Chef dropped out. I didn't realize he dropped out.
He's back.
What do you got there, Chef?
Lady,
Yeah.
you gotta chill the fuck out, or I'm gonna put you back in the house so you can sit there and scream.
I think the video quality is trying to differentiate based on his reception.
It might be. Chef, can you hear us? I know he has a little bit of. I wish he had. Oh, there he's kind of moving around now.
Yeah.
Chef, are you there?
Hey, you can't have cords.
There I am.
Oh, there you go. You got too far away from your Wi-Fi.
Well, no, I'm not on Wi-Fi right now. I'm on my dad's phone right now.
Oh, gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna jump off here.
So
Thanks
it's
for
cellular.
having me up there, CP.
No, I appreciate you coming on, Jetro. Is it Jetro? Did I say your name right?
Jetro.
Jetro. Okay.
Get
Jetro. Okay. Oh, yeah, sorry. I apologize for butchering your name like that. I'm not good with that. So, but I do
Oh, I ain't
appreciate
worried
you coming
about that.
on.
I've been called a lot worse.
Well, I do appreciate you coming on, buddy, and I hope.
You just don't call me late for dinner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you had a great night. It was awesome to have you on here. It's always awesome to meet my subscribers in person. So, is it?
Yeah.
And he's gone. Just like that. He gone.
Hey, go.
He wasn't messing around. What a good old boy.
You big baby. What are you doing? What are you doing? You big baby.
I always love it when my Amazon deliveries show up at 9:00 at night.
Yeah. Yeah. My yeah. There would be some times
How
where
many people know what that is?
Man, what the hell is that?
Is that a growler? No.
what is that?
Oh, is that a boring machine? That's a boring machine for a cylinder board.
That's a seat grinder for
Seat
heads.
Yeah, the
Oh,
valve seats.
Okay. It almost looked like a boring machine.
That's a good one.
No kidding. Yeah, have you watched this one, Garage Chef? You'd get a kick out of that. He just built the motor and he did it all in house. Cylinder boring, valve grinding, everything. I thought about you when he was doing it. Pretty cool. How that feller did it all himself right there in his house.
Oh, big baby. You can't. You're gonna fall. Big dork.
This is a good one.
Oh, look at that.
I think my dentist had one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it,
Valve
yeah.
grinder.
Oh wow.
That is a good one. That's the best one you can buy right there.
So that's a distributor?
No.
No, that was the valve grinder for grinding valves.
Oh.
Yeah, that right there is a valve grinder.
Okay.
But Seth's basically got a machine shop in his garage.
Yeah. Yeah, this right here is a valve grinder right here.
Mm-hmm.
This dude actually still works. I mean, light works. It's still plugged in.
And I'm sure it works better.
It still works.
I'm sure it works better than most machines do that nowadays.
Shit, they don't make them like they used to.
Oh, there he goes.
Holy
So,
shit!
there might not be enough oil in it to run it, but you can hear
That's awesome. Chef's got a museum over there. I think
sure
Tiny
does.
Proctologist uses that.
I,
I think my proctologist uses that.
I learned how to grind valves before most people could walk.
Mr.
Right.
Olson, I'm calling because I'm missing my bowling ring.
Yeah, I think Atari now makes like dental equipment nowadays. I think, if I remember correctly.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
we're having some
no.
network issues.
We lost him, and then we got him. Oh, he might be back. He's back. He's gone. Yeah, you're definitely having some rough times with the old intro net.
Probably on a
Nemo,
cellular network.
Nemo, see you later, buddy. Wrench saver forever. Nemo, thank you for coming by. Sorry, missed you. I missed a few people in the chat here. Scott, Chef's going out to do the whole car walk around now.
Yeah, there's my Durango. There's another one of my Mustangs. I gotta find something real quick. I know you'd be interested in seeing.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
Largest
shoot.
car collector of the
Holy
Western,
crap, the Condor got you.
the largest car collector in Western Ohio. They have on here.
One day my front yard will look like that.
There's a lot of men that used to make fun of people for having that many cars, but I'll be honest with you. Some will say nowadays they might have been the smartest men alive. My one buddy, his father-in-law, cleared out his yard after saving cars for nearly 50 years, and had almost $300,000 worth of vehicles that he had, and he had only paid like $10,000 for them.
I was
Wow.
I was on another stream earlier today. For one of the guys that does ATVs like I do, and they're talking about. We were talking about it, because I had at one point I had 15 these Suzuki LT230s, and they're like, people are like, is that a lot? I says, well, for me, because I've got a smaller garage now, but having a car collection or ATVs or even my my vintage gun collection, a collection like that is a lot, keeps people, I think too broke to buy drugs.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather cars than crack anyway.
Yeah, I think my old man used to own a IROC car, Chevrolet. He owned one of those for a little while in the late 80s.
Oh, the turd gen.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah.
I had that little distributor wrench on those Ford. Like I remember Tauruses had them, and just ridiculous. The little Lyle made the wrenches for him for the distributor on there. He had to go in there like a recessed pile of garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember having to punch the knockouts on the Rochester quad so you can adjust them?
Oh, Chef's back again. Hold on. He's a handful.
I remember Ray showed a
What is with the connection
back
tonight,
in the
boy?
day, but he did in his video.
He's not got a good connection. That's
Well,
all there is to it.
Gran Turismo was popping in and out too for a second.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what was I popping up? Sorry.
Yeah, you said something about a Ray or something, and then you just clipped.
Oh, I was talking about Raymond Auto Repairs, the YouTube guy that lives down in Florida that fixes the cars. He's a YouTuber. He showed a particular trick on the IROC car on the distributor thing he did back in the day that he did in one of his videos. I forgot what it was.
On the OptiSpark?
I think it was without a timing gun. I think.
Oh, he's setting timing.
Yeah, I think it was.
Did they have OptiSpark on the turd gens? I thought they just had a regular distributor on the front on the back of the motor.
So I remember like not the last generation, but LT ones had all like 90.
The LT ones had them.
Yeah, all the LT ones. We only got 68 lights. Shut the front door. Are you guys slacking on me? There was 109 people in here tonight. We got
Holy
69 likes.
Moses.
That is full baloney beans.
Wow.
I am sad. I am very disappointed.
Mark, yeah, they do have service intervals just like anything else. Every season I find myself with my quad, making sure I adjusting valve lash and stuff like that, and they just it's even in the manual telling you when I twice a year because I beat the hell out of mine when I'm racing. I change my oil twice a year. I've got a tackle box full of needles and jets, depending on temperature and conditions. But yeah, for the most part, people will, they think they can just dump gas in it and ride. And then I got one cut getting shipped to me here. I got to take the motor out. I'm thinking I might do it here on the bench with the camera, so y'all can watch. The guy never once adjusted his the guides for his timing chains or his valves.
Really?
And he so now he needs guides, chains, and valves.
Really?
Yeah. It's just like with jet skis and shit too. People they buy them as toys. They don't care to take care of them. And once they're blown up, they just throw them over the shoulder, and I pick them up for a couple $100, and and I'll polish them up and then sell them again.
Well, my buddy has a dealership, and he has a deal with any of his mechanics. He splits the profit with them if they find cars that need to be fixed, and they can make money on them. That's an incentive right there that I think is absolutely fantastic. He's not a full blown shop, but he says, hey, if you find a car and it'll sell good, and we need to put an engine or transmission or anything like that in it, and we can work a deal out where we can buy something like that. And he's a dealer, so he can get it. Like I can do 6 of them a year. I can legally, by law, I can fix and flip 6 cars a year.
I flip more than that just by the simple fact that I'll have them sign that, they won't sign the title. And then, that's how I get away with it. But Mark, to answer your questions, I don't know if you can see this or not. This one here, this is an 86, and this one takes 10W40. And this one I've got a lot more than just factory crap in. This one actually has heavier clutch springs I just put in it, heavier frictions. Next year it's getting a new piston and rings and a bigger jug. But this is my little play toy.
What size motor is that?
That's originally it was a 230. And it's punched over now, but next year it's I'm gonna go a little bit bigger yet. Not really gonna say what, because I'm afraid I'm gonna run into somebody from this group that's also running in the same circles I am when it comes to racing.
Oh yeah.
It'll just be my dumb shit luck.
I think what I was saying last time, I think I might have mistaken I think it was the Monte Carlo he was working on, maybe, or some other car. I can't remember. It was an older car. I can't remember what it was that he did. But anyway.
Oh, fellas. I hate to say it, but an hour and 45 minutes has just been just about perfect for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's given me just enough time where I can lay my head down and go to sleep.
I gotta work tomorrow. I was supposed to be off this weekend, but I switched with the other parts guy because I got a race next Saturday. If I can get this goddamn thing put together the rest of the way. But I'm now behind time. The promised delivery time for my carburetor was 2 weeks ago, and I've yet to see it.
We had a great chat tonight, and I mean, it was an amazing chat. We had an F1 guy on, like for a moment.
That was cool.
That was absolutely so. I really thank him. I thank Jetro coming on. Thanks Chef Shade Tree for coming on. Gran Turismo fan, of course, and Doc Holiday's Garage for coming on. And most importantly of all, I appreciate all the likes and comments you guys have had tonight in the chat because it was an amazing night. When we're hitting good here, boys. You know,
Yep.
sometimes the old lady makes you angry and you just don't feel good that night and stuff don't work out. But, you know, we have good nights. And when we have chats like this night, they I really enjoyed them. And I really did love trying to chat with all of you guys. You guys had great comments going on back and forth in the chat. I watched some of them as they went by. It was an awesome night. It was a phenomenal night. And I can't say enough good things. I appreciate all your guys' kindness, all your good words. I would invite him back. I invite anybody back. I invite anybody on. Oh, look at that. Jason JWC Tech just got in here. Well, hello. Welcome to the show.
Before we split, CP, I wanted to bounce something off you guys while we're all in here.
Yeah.
Goes along with the conversation you and I are having throughout the week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I forgot about that. Definitely.
Instead of doing it on my channel, I don't have the reach like you do. I offered to actually pass you the torch, but what do you guys think about right to repair?
We've talked about it before, but the problem is we never stay on topic. That's the one thing.
If we could actually herd cats and actually get it to where we could have a discussion about it, I sent you the link, CP, to what that guy sent me, and I read it. And the big gripe right now, and I don't think it carries any water, is they're bitching. The tagline for this thing is my car, my codes, my choice. They're talking about choosing where they can take their car to get repaired, and the guy is saying how cars now have it where they'll forward the information to the manufacturer, and then they'll the dealership will be ready for you to roll in when you got a specific code. Well, what they fail to see and understand is those codes are 100% visible by any good code reader or even
it's a deep dark hole with this right to repair because it started with farming and tractors.
Oh, I know. My family has been affected by the John Deere shit.
Yeah, and then the Apple, or actually, did it start with the Apple phones and then went to John Deere? I can't remember. Either way, so the right to repair, it's companies, it's corporate America versus blue collar people, basically pinching them to screw them out of money is what it is, in my opinion. I mean, withholding software and all that stuff, and we need to get in this discussion, but we got to have like minded people on this discussion because we really got to, if we want to have this discussion, we really got to have something to go back and forth on this. So. I'm more than happy to do it on your channel or whatnot, but we can do it here too. It doesn't matter to me. But
yeah, I feel like you've got a bigger reach. I mean, I've got 102 subscribers, and you've got all of them. So I think I don't have all of my 102. But
how many more days with all these guys pumping out shorts and getting subscribers? Hell, I'm just well, they're getting short subscribers, but I mean, like, I have a great subscriber base. I will say. Yeah, I'm very fortunate. I'm very fortunate. Loyal, watching my videos. You guys don't understand how amazing how much it means to me. You guys, I can never ever express enough, and the amount of people that reach out to me every week and say things to me that never say anything to me in the chats. The guys that won't talk. It's kind of a sad thing, but the guys that won't talk because of the negativity that goes on the internet these days is what caused me. They're like, I'm not even going to talk or make a comment because of the negativity, because they don't want to get into arguments with people, which I completely understand. I was always told that you shouldn't never get in an argument with somebody that, never argue with an idiot, they say, because they'll just bring you down to your level. And which I'm an idiot, so I'm not saying I'm smarter than anybody, but
and try to pick subjects that aren't as controversial, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's my problem is I'm a direct hitter, like that's me, I mean, I tend to go at
Thanks,
things.
Mark.
That's my downfall. I'm not saying that I'm smarter than anybody, but I tend to be the one that kind of butt heads and push. I go directly at stuff because I'm just a forward guy like that. But the guys that are like they troll the comments and like just hate on people and make
Oh yeah, they'll find anything and they'll try and put their own twist on it just to throw shade, even though it's
bait you into an argument, bait you into an argument, bait you into some sort of debate and
narrative,
which is not bad. I don't mind debating something, but debating something respectfully is a different thing. But the bigger thing is that's what I'm really disappointed because there's so many guys that comment or send me messages that don't comment, and they're great people. You just don't understand. These guys are phenomenal, and I wish I could share stuff that they tell me and who they are and whatnot, but they don't want to be recognized because they know all too well how the trolls do things.
Yeah.
Call their jobs and harass them, and it's just sad that we live in that society. And my channel really has. I'll leave. I was wondering if you have any rooms for that. Yeah, I really just I really appreciate you guys being able to be open to have conversations. And if you think that you're afraid to say anything to me, or I'm being too harsh, you're more than welcome to open up to me and have a conversation and say, hey, CP, I need to talk to you. I know I come off as a bit aggressive, but I'm really not that bad of a guy. People just don't know me. People don't know me. I can be reasonable and have a conversation and talk and get things from your perspective too. Okay. I'm not trying to be all, I hate Harbor Freight all the time. I hate Milwaukee, all this and that. I'm all about being reasonable and, talking things through. Cause I think there's a lot of people that get misconceptions about things. They think that there's a lot of people out there that think that Snap-on is this and that. A lot of people think Harbor Freight is this and that. And all I want to do is verify the truth and get it out there. So if I'm not saying something correctly, it's not on purpose. I can tell you that. I'm not out slandering anybody on purpose. Or it's any company. I'm not slandering any company on purpose. Slandering some trolls, yes. Slandering some trolls, yes. But slandering a company, no. That's not my MO. I'm not out trying to destroy anybody's business. Not out trying to put anybody out of business, because I don't think that's right either. I don't like putting people out of business. That's terrible. Not my MO. So just putting that out there to you guys. If anybody feels the need that, like, hey, CP, I've been a little bit scared to say stuff because I'm afraid you're going to ask me, 86 me. Yes, I am quick to cut people because I learned in my life it's not worth the hassle to mess around. There's a lot of people in this world, and you don't need. It's all about what you say before, Doc. It's all about quality, not quantity.
Yeah, it's the quality of the people you keep around you, not the quantity. I mean, that's I joke about my followers, the numbers that I have, but you know what? The numbers that I have are good, honest, loyal people. I don't want to have 1 million people and have to worry about 700 of them. You know what I mean? And the same with here in my garage. I only allow maybe 5 or 10 people that I actually know where I'm at and where at any given time, because I'm like, you can't trust everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And you catch me on a bad day, I could definitely be that guy who'll be like, shut up, black coffee's the best. Not even drink coffee. And
I know exactly if I ever had my own OK Corral moment, I know who's going to be on my left and on my right.
Right. That's exactly how I am too, man. I'm a ride or die type of guy, man. If you say you're my friend, you better be there. I'll be there for you no matter what. Like JD Tico, I've stuck up for that guy a million times. He gets a bad rap from people because he's just kind of like me. He says stuff that people don't like, and it's the truth.
What was it about? Was that in April? Was that just an April Fool's joke? I never did. Did get the end of that story.
Oh yeah, that was an April Fool's joke. Yeah,
that bitch.
A lot of hate over that too. Pretty funny, but a lot of hate over that. It's really ridiculous. I just don't. It is what it is. I'm not apologizing for what I do. I'm just merely saying that don't misunderstand me, because I really have good intentions. I just
Right.
Yeah.
sometimes
You carry a very good message, and I said it last week, and I'll say it again. I mean, I have you to thank for opening my eyes to the error of my ways. I was like, you know what, fuck off, buy your own tools, and now here I am. Oh, I don't need this one. Here, you use this. You need it more than I do, and
I'm not out here to sell anybody tools neither. I don't care if you guys don't buy anything because I'm just showing it.
I would rather an honest review than corporate yes man telling me about a tool.
My feelings on the review stuff is you can look what I say, and then you can look at what 5 other guys say, and you should be able to form a good opinion about everything all over it and how everything goes. Okay. So I'm not the end all be all. I'm not the Mecca. I'm not the God. All I do is give my honest opinion about stuff and try to help people out. At the end of the day, like the US General Series 3, my whole point about that video is that to think about that and give people a little bit of perspective to see, hey, look, if you're going to go spend $1,700 on a box, shouldn't you be looking around to make sure that you're spending $1,700 on the best option that you can get? And that's the thing about doing anything with any of these tools. If you're going to spend your money on a tool, let's say it's a scan tool, for instance, if you're going to buy a scan tool and you're dead set, you're going to spend $500. Look at every scan tool out there and every option for $500. Don't just look at what CP says. Don't just look at what says or blah 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 says. Look at do your research. Do the freaking research. How do you think I've gotten where I've gotten? It's all because I do research. I'm not the smartest guy. It's because I
don't know how to share my link.
You just put it right in the chat.
I don't know. I don't even know what the link is.
You hit the share part of your tab on your channel. Oh, hold on. Let me just do it. Real quick.
This stuff is over my pay grade.
Yeah. Let me just share Doc's channel.
I was gonna say I just share one video, I guess, and you guys can figure it out from there. I hope.
Yeah, it'd be cool to check out your channel too. I gotta see what's on there too.
Well, there's a lot of stupid stuff. I mean, I've got everything from automotive to bowling to clips from when I was playing Call of Duty. Hell, even some of my there's a bug out bag that I've gotten here for when I was building survival kits.
Yeah, I mean, I have my fair share of uploading, Halo stuff because I'm a Halo guy. I love playing Halo, but that's just me. But I know CP's not a video gamer himself.
Well, the sad thing about that was at one point I was a huge Call of Duty guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gone downhill. I've only been playing Call of Duty for 5 years now.
When the first Black Ops came out, I don't think I ever left Nuketown.
I tell you what, Cold War Zombies I think is my go-to.
I just don't have time for it. That's the problem with me in my life is people think I'm into so many things. I mean, my life. So when I became a Mac tool dealer, I learned that if you apply yourself at anything, you can make money. You just apply yourself and keep doing it. So YouTube is a hobby, and it's something that I do for fun. But yeah. I have other things that I have to work to make money. That's the biggest thing. People think that there might be people think that I'm making money from YouTube, and that's not even at all. I mean, the amount of money I spend on tools just basically covers what YouTube makes. So I just put everything back into YouTube that I everything I get from YouTube goes right back into it. It's a lost cause. My tax accountant will tell you that I'm an idiot with my money on that aspect.
Yeah, I've never once made it a point to make a cent off of anything I put up on YouTube. Matter of fact, I can probably count on one hand how many of my videos are even long enough to even be considered for one of those stupid commercials.
But there's a silver lining to YouTube being able to help techs compensate for money. I mean, there's guys out there that are making money that pay for their tools and do it. I mean, is it a dumb idea if it works? No, but it's just really not all my focus. And I'll be honest with you, the tool thing is not this isn't the end game for me. Okay, the tool game is not the end game. I can tell you, there's other channels out there that started off doing what they could do on YouTube without costing themselves a bunch of money. Okay.
Oh yeah,
You-
it's like with me, I put up like if you look at my content, like you see, like I've got maybe a handful of videos I put up about electrical that I've done. That I can't have kids, and I can't pass, so I don't have anybody to pass it on to. So I might as well just pass it on to everybody out there.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Shade's making me hungry.
You talk about money on YouTube, and that's really that's really the bad. It's really not good because
the stupid thing is if I had money, I know damn well what's going to happen. I'm going to end up back at the gun store again, or buy another goddamn ATV that I don't need.
I can tell you this much: any money that I make, not on YouTube, but any money that I make in my life is invested back into myself. As far as being able to do something else, I'm reinvesting in myself all the time.
Mhm.
I live like I'm poor. I drive an old truck. I don't eat fancy. I don't do any of that shit because it's really, if you look at people rich, there's people that are successful. I'm not going to say rich people. There's people that are successful, and a lot of times they say they were successful because they didn't spend. They reinvested in themselves. And I'm getting tired here. What's the guy that does all the money shit? Man, I used to listen to him all the time on the radio.
Oh yeah. Oh damn it! I know who you're talking about.
My brain is locking up.
Yeah. Mine shifted gears to the pillow. So.
Well, like Lanny Basham. So Lanny Basham wrote a book called The Winning Mindset. Okay. I read that book, and it was about him being an Olympic shooter. Okay. I read that book 10 years ago. And
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey. Thank you, Corey. Thank you. And hello, Corey. Dave Ramsey, I used to listen to Dave Ramsey all the time. When I drive truck, I'd listen to Dave Ramsey. And Dave Ramsey would basically tell you, pick up pop cans and, put all your money into savings and investments and whatnot, and never spend anything and live like you're poor. Live absolutely the slummiest you can. Buy cheap clothes, do those things that don't, like, cars don't make you money. That's a status thing. Like, cars don't make you money. Clothes don't make you money. Those things are necessities just to, live. Food, you can eat decent food. Every once in a while, spoil yourself and go out. But at the end of the day, it all boils down Financial Peace University.
Yeah, trust me, nobody wants to see my fat naked Italian ass.
Yeah. I drive truck. I moonlight driving truck and hauling grain in the fall once in a while for my buddies because I like to change up everything I do. And working on cars is just one thing that I do. And my family is invested in businesses, construction, concrete, all sorts of things. My family is very driven as well, and that's so I'm motivated from that. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, am I loaded? No. I will tell you that I'm not loaded. Far from it. I'm a single guy. I don't have kids, so that makes me seem like I'm loaded.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not spending money, and most of you guys that have kids know how it is. Your kids are expensive. It's like $300,000 a year, or $300,000 to raise a kid now.
As of 2020, the statistic was $250,000 a year.
Right.
So I just had that debate, and I actually had to Google that not long ago because I was having a debate about that with somebody.
And I have a girlfriend, and she is not cheap. So.
No.
Well, I'm single too. I don't have a GF.
Well, yeah, I don't. Yeah, it is what it is. It's nice having a girlfriend, but it's also
a double-edged sword. Let's put it that way.
Well, I got to get my hair done. Can I have all this? Yeah.
Got to do this. We got to go this place. We got to do this. We got to go this place. And it costs money every time. I swear to God. And
it gets even worse when they question why you have $100,000 in tools.
Yeah. Oh, listen. if she goes into my shop, it's not good. So, and
I caught mine trying to use one of my screwdrivers to pry open a paint can. What the fuck are you doing? No.
And I'm also saving money. So to build my shop, I know a lot of you guys, and I've addressed this several times, but building my shop, I'm trying to build my shop, basically paying for it all out of my pocket. So I've done some things and made some decisions, and I change my mind a lot. Let's just put it to you that way. I want to build a shop, and I can tell you that people that know me well, that I have this all planned out very well, but I'm also not going to jump the gun on anything. I've watched a lot of people knee jerk reaction build a shop and then go, I regret this, I regret that. When I build my shop, it's going to be a one and done.
Yeah.
No, I can't share her name, Checkmate, because once again, the troll. I can't. I'm not gonna fall into that trap. The trolls have already. I'm already onto that stuff. That's what's hindering. If it wouldn't be for all the trolls doing the things that they do, there would be probably some things I would share more. But they've harassed my family already. And they're just, it's sad, but unfortunately I'm not going to do the content.
This is exactly what terrifies me about even being on YouTube.
No, it's not everybody, just people like me who are aggressive,
Because I'm going to find one person who hates my quad or whatever I do, and then they're going to sit there and haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's what happens when that's what the problem is with social media nowadays, is that somebody gets offended and they can't be, for whatever reason, they can't live with themselves.
Yeah. Oh, your quad is orange. Well, so is a General Lee, and that was a racist car.
And you know what? I'm a forgiving person. Like, I forgive them. I believe that God forgives them. I forgive them. And I'm not a super religious person, and I don't talk about it a lot, but I do believe that God will.
It's his job to forgive. It's our job to arrange the meeting.
Yeah. No, it's all good, man. Checkmate. There's certain things, like there's a lot of things I'd love to tell you guys, but I'm also one of those people that like to talk about things that I'm going to do, and they're not necessarily going to happen. I made the mistake of saying that I was going to build a shop last year, and when I decided to pull the plug on it because of the economy, I got blasted for it, and that makes me gun shy. So I'm not going to say anything, and several people told me, so just don't say anything. Let it be a surprise when it happens. So from now on, everything I do,
where I catch my fish, I tell them in the lake.
Yeah, it's all about I'm just going to do it and show it instead of talking about it, because it's not worth it, and I'm not that showboaty of a person anyway, so don't bother me. But I will tell you this much: it's going to happen, and when it does happen, I'm going to serve crow by dump trucks.
Oh, I can't wait to see it, my man.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that are coming.
There's a day of reckoning, and it's coming.
Once I get to the point to where I'm, so self-sufficient that I don't really feel like that, I can't be touched by them. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great feeling. Like, there's nothing that they can do. I know what they're always going to say. They always say the same things. They're predictable, but at the end of the day, it's all about just doing what makes me happy, and I have to live with myself. So
I always live my.
It's like going out and buying a car. It's like going out and buying a car. I'd love to go buy a brand new diesel 1-ton crew cab pickup right now. Could I afford it? Yeah. Do I want to? No. Or do I want to? Yeah, but will I? No. Hell no. Not a freaking chance. For $100,000, can't even justify it.
I wrestled with spending $17,000 on my truck. I thought that was a lot of money.
I don't have it in me. I really don't. Drive my old Subaru, drive my old Silverado. I drive my old junk, and I really don't care. I really don't.
I bought that truck for a reason, but I have no problem. I wish like hell. I regret ever selling my '95 Ford.
Yep. Yeah,
You know?
that's right. Here's a good show for you. Yep. Never complain, never explain. You're right. Explaining is what you're 100% right, Mark. I do over explain. And that is another problem I got to stop doing is to stop explaining myself to people because I don't need to explain shit to anybody. In fact, I don't need to tell anybody anything. Whatever.
When I was at school at U of I, one of my classes was radio broadcast, which was something I was looking into getting into until I saw the money, and I ran the other way. So I'm like, yeah, fuck that. Was edit your thoughts. That was one big thing that they always said in that class. Edit your thoughts.
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, I used to be really good about not caring about what other people thought, and people used to admire me about that. And it's taken me a little while to get to understanding how social media is. But I'm slowly and always growing and learning. And listen, life is about growing and learning. Okay, I'm always learning. That's why I'm not the best at anything. I cannot say that enough. Out there. I've never tried to dupe anybody to thinking that I was the greatest at anything. I don't know why I've ever even heard that, but I've never tried to dupe anybody to think that I was the best at anything. Okay. I am mediocre at everything. Okay. Which I would rather be a jack of all trades is better than a jack of one, but a jack of one is never as good as a jack of how's that saying go?
Jack of all trades, the master of none.
Yeah. But a jack of one trade is whatever. The whole premises of the thing is being able to be good at everything is better than being good at one thing.
Mhm.
And that's what I learned.
Completely invaluable.
Right.
And you learn learning experiences based on what you made as a mistake.
Well, I've done a little bit of everything. I've done a little bit of everything, and that's why I think everybody should do that.
Looking back, my biggest regret was never learning the inner workings of the transmission. I always would pass that to somebody else, and then, here, you do this trans, I'll take care of your electrical.
I totally agree.
I'll take the electrical all day, every day. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I got to get up in the morning. I got to work tomorrow. I got to get ready to go to the range, hopefully tomorrow afternoon after work, and then get back here and continue on this stupid Suzuki. I need to be able to race in a week.
Yeah, I need to head off soon
anyway, because I kind of shot off a little bit at Side by Side blog, and I got to put my money where my mouth is now.
What'd you do?
They're all building cheap old quads, and we're bullshitting because I've known, I've talked to them and met with them a bunch of times now, and they're doing a meet and greet at their home location next weekend, but there's a race coming up, and I'm definitely going to be wanting to run against them for that one. And,
awesome. So we're going to see you on one of the videos?
I hope so. This old quad, she's got a lot, she might look a little gray around the muzzle, but she's got a lot of fight in her yet.
Well, by George. Well, it's right at 2 hours and 13 minutes, and I said 20 minutes ago I was going to get off, but I'm shot, man. I really am. I'm tired.
Yeah, we said bye twice.
It another 3 hours.
Yeah, no, I got to go to bed. Shepard, what's up, Chris Shepard, Shannon?
Hey,
good night, all. Ballman and all. I appreciate everybody being on here. I appreciate all the thumbs up. Love you guys to death. I appreciate what a great stream we had. And man, we'll see you guys next week. And we got videos coming all weekend. I'm going to keep hammering them out. We're going to have stuff hammered out all freaking. I'm going hard all through next week. Got videos already set up. So if you're happy with the content that keeps coming, it's going to keep coming. Hard as hell. I'm trying to do a Cletus McFarland and do a video every day of the month of May. So
yeah, I'll look out for that.
All right, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.
All right. Take care, CP.